For me, London is and always will be home. I love to mix it up. I love to keep doing different things. I don't like it when people are trying too hard. That goes for clothes, for acting, for everything. It's just not good when it seems like you're making too much of an effort. I feel for those 19-year-olds who get thrust into the limelight that young. I dread karaoke. I hate karaoke. I can't sing, that is why. You're always dealing with emotions as an actor. I did it for the money. But it's not worth much if you can't face yourself in the mirror. Respect is the ultimate currency. I always want my options to be open. I think there is a lot of over-explaining both in writing and acting. People don't need to be hit on the head. Action scenes are not that different from other scenes. I do a lot better if I sit around and think about a character for a couple of months. The idea of goodies and baddies has always fascinated me, and what people consider to be a goodie or a baddie, because I've never seen any of my characters as baddies. Something I don't like seeing in other people is naked ambition when somebody is really pushing hard to get to where they want to be. That's the way I look at that word, like you must be stepping on someone to get there. And I've never been comfortable with that. I live in London and I love living in a gun-free environment, and long may it continue. Good dialogue is very important. I think anybody who bets on horses and says they win is probably a liar. I watch a film and the most important thing to me is what I think of the movie. I'm competitive with myself, not at the expense of everything around me. I never wanted to be a movie star. I just wanted to act. I have a problem with a lot of men's fragrances because they are very strong. Somebody somewhere thinks that masculine means powerful smells, and I find them overbearing and not very pleasant. I just like to keep challenging myself, keep it varied. It's a craft, and I'm constantly trying to learn and get better at it. A room full of great sportsmen is so much better than a room full of actors. I want to go anywhere and everywhere and explore as much as I can. I'm always very aware of the physical challenges of work. I train much more than I did when I was in my 20s, and I've done some very physical films, and I always get properly prepared for them and get as fit as I can. There's certainly a huge element of luck in me ending up where I've ended up. I never really look at life and worry about missed opportunities. I don't do facials or any of that stuff, but my workout regime does tend to depend on whether I have to take my top off in my next film, because otherwise I know I'm too heavy. As I get older, I've been having a better and better time. I can't remember ever being involved in a fight in a movie where I haven't done most of it. Every journalist who is not too stupid or too full of himself to notice what is going on knows that what he does is morally indefensible. After writing a page, Hemingway would let it float to the ground. He never crumpled pages. He believed that if you crumpled them, you'd be insane in a year. Without faith, without belief in something, what are we? I can honestly say I've never chosen a film because where it's shot is convenient. I would never give anybody any advice about anything. After drama school, I did a 7-month tour of Europe performing in Romeo and Juliet. I played Romeo. The sexiest part of the body is the eyes. That's what I believe. I'm sort of one of those weird actors who, whenever I do a play, I think, oh, we should film this, as opposed to have to belt it out of ourselves in a theater auditorium. I treat any scene the same: dialogue, action, you're still creating something in character. It's all acting, fighting. As far as career goes, make sure you're in it for the right reasons, and make sure that the work itself is the most important thing. When there's an idiot driving crazily in front of you, that can wind the best of you up. Belfast during the Troubles looked like a different world. Parenthood and family come first for me, and when I'm not working I'm cool with the Teletubbies. I'm not the kind of actor who goes into exhaustive research for each role. As a teenager, I was crazy about David Bowie. He was a huge inspiration for me. I dressed a little bit crazily in school and dyed my hair every color under the sun. I've done a number of things based on real people or true stories or based on books, and I'm a great believer that you have to be true to the script. For some people, an event happens and they are thrown into a tabloid feeding ground. I always used to say to myself, I'm going to die of lung cancer. That's the choice I'm making. I couldn't bear a marriage in which one partner hinges on the other. For me, really good acting is about subtext. I like to play characters that are convincing, that aren't just straightforward and nice. I think that Phil Kaufman is one of the best directors that I have come across.